What's up, everybody? My name's Big Cam and welcome back to another movie review. And today we are talking about 2026's now streaming on Amazon Prime Video. And this movie is titled Relationship Goals, and a little bit of a, Valentine's Day commie type of movie. And the little description for this on Letterboxd reads, "Work just got complicated when TV producer Leah Caldwell aims to become the first woman running New York's top morning show. Her ex competes for the same job. Leah stays focused on her career until chemistry with her ex challenges her priorities." Very interesting. And the cast is very good, and Kelly Rowland and Method Man together are very good and very hot. So the two of them the whole time, you're like, yeah, I could watch them fuck, I could watch them kiss, they should do it more. But there's some other of her friends in this movie, played by Robin Thede, Annie Gonzalez. Her father plays Papa Jim, is Dennis Haysbert, which is State Farm guy from those commercials. Matt Walsh is in there, as well as the Dan, the boss that they're replacing. And there's some funny people in it, but not too dense a cast. And the main people are Kelly Rowland and Method Man are the two fighting for this job. And there's a couple other people in it, and a couple other little side stories of her friend wants to get married with her longtime boyfriend, but things aren't progressing. So she's like, I want marriage, we're done. They break up, and then they end up getting married by the end, and it's oh, this side quest person got a happy ending. And it's they should have spent a little bit more time on the main characters of the movie instead of these other side characters. Because, sure, their side plots were fine, but man, oh man, did some of these shots in this film look like a Hallmark movie. This is exactly what this felt like to me. It didn't feel like even a straight-to-streamer movie. It didn't feel like, something that should have been in theaters. And, it's weird that it didn't feel like something that went straight to streaming, because a lot of their movies feel straight to streaming because they are, thinking of something recently that just came out on Amazon Prime Video is Heads of State with John Cena, Idris Elba, and The Wrecking Crew with Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista. And both of those movies are straight to streaming films. If you watch them, you'll go, oh yeah, I definitely wouldn't have watched those in a theater. But you also don't think that they're Hallmark movies. Watching them, you're still like, yeah, that's a movie. It's just a movie I would watch at home. Where this, it feels like a movie my mother would watch on a Sunday morning when there's plenty of other things to be watching, and I come downstairs and she's got Hallmark Christmas movies on the TV, and it's October. You know what I mean? So this isn't a Hallmark Christmas movie, this is a Hallmark Valentine's Day movie, which, is there anything wrong with that? Not really, power to them, do their own thing. And, the director here, Linda Mendoza, she has done, it looks like she's done some directing of, comedy shows for Wanda Sykes and Katherine Ryan, so Nikki Glazer, so it looks like she hasn't done a lot of, movies, per se. And one of the movies she directed called Chasing Poppy in 2003, so maybe she's into these commie type of vibes, or she's just more into comedy in general, because she's got all these, comedy actresses and stuff that she's done comedy shows for. Tiffany Haddish, Bill Burr, Tracy Ullman, Sam Jay. Yeah, so it seems like she's done a lot of these stand-up comedy shows, more than actual movies. And yeah, maybe she should stick to that. I hate to sound mean to this poor woman, because I don't think she necessarily did a bad job directing. It's just clearly she doesn't direct a lot of movies, and I doubt they had a very extensive budget for this. And if they did have a budget, I'd say most of it went to getting Kelly Rowland and Method Man. And I heard Method Man talking about this role, and he was like, I read the script, thought it was good, and said, who's going to be the other person in the lead role? Oh, Kelly Rowland, I'm in. And Kelly Rowland's goddamn so gorgeous in this movie. She really is. And she's been in a few things, it seems like, but most people know her from being a member of Destiny's Child, you know what I mean, and having her own solo career after that. Same with Method Man, he's a very good actor himself, and he's been in some things, but he's also a part of Wu-Tang fucking Clan. He's still Method Man, one of the top lyricists I've ever heard in my entire life. Method Man spits straight bars, and if you don't know his work, fucking go check it out. But things that I know Method Man from, like, he's into Scary Movies, he's in Trainwreck, he's in Keanu, which was that movie with Key and Peele about the cat. He was in the remake of Shaft, he was in Sitter, he was in Belly, he was in Cobbler in 2014 with Adam Sandler. I think that kind of brought his career back to, like, acting. So most of these roles he's got to have had, you know, those small little parts in. Stan Lee Celebrating Marvel doc. Where's the one I'm thinking of? Method Man The Strip Game? I don't think that's it. What's the one I'm thinking of? Soul Plane? I don't think that's the one I'm thinking of either. Oh, How High! I'm thinking of How High in 2001 with Method Man and Redman. You know, two people from fucking Wu-Tang, and Redman's like his boy and is one of his best friends. So funny. And I also most recently saw Method Man in Power Book 2 Ghosts, and he played Tariq St. Patrick's lawyer, and you know, he played a bit of a scumbaggy character on that too, but you know, he got to be in like a Starz show, you know, a Power show, and he was like a lawyer who was like slanging dick and being like ripped but also like slick with it, you know, like he was one of those lawyers that was like helping you fudge the system and being like, hey, I know you murdered that guy, we gotta clean this up, rather than like, hey, I'm gonna get you off this court case, you know, by the law. You know, like he was the guy that's bending the law to his will type of shit in that show. But, you know, he played that role very well. So if he wanted to come back in the Power universe as that lawyer, I would certainly want to see him back. But also, like, Kelly Rowland, if she wants to be acting again and doing dope shit and being a sexy-ass motherfucker, she can any day of the week because she's just Kelly fucking Rowland. She can do whatever she wants. But overall, for me, I gave this movie about 2.5 out of 5 stars, about a 5 out of 10. If I had to give it a true 10 score, it's probably like a 5.5, you know, like it's pretty low. And that's mostly just because of the whole time I was like, what in the Hallmark bullshit is this? You know, like it's not necessarily a movie that you're like, oh my god, so entertaining. It's not actiony. It's not like there's any big pops or anything like that. It's just like there's some moments where you go from like stoic stone face to, oh, that was sweet. But like it's not even like a, oh, that was, oh, did you see it? You know, like it's more like a, oh, you know, like. And then you're like, okay, cool. On to the next one. And then a couple minutes later, you get another, oh. You know, and then by the end, you maybe get like a, oh. You know, like, and as somebody that's not afraid to admit that he cries at movies all the goddamn time, you know, like movies, you know, like I struggle to cry in real life at real moments, you know, like I just am so broken on the inside that I struggle to get in touch with those emotions in real life moments for myself. But when I'm watching movies, all of those emotions come to the surface and I'm fucking, you know, like one in particular, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, what they did to poor Rocket, and I was so invested in that character's story, freaking, you know, tears, waterworks running down the face. I'm looking at my buddy next to me in the theater and he's like, Jesus Christ, I know it's sad, but pull it together, man. You know? But I do love a rom-com, and I'm here. I'm a sucker for a love story, so like I stuck around till the end of the movie to see what would happen between the two of them, and it's satisfying in that sense. But it's also like 90 minutes, you know, like it's a short film. It's not very long, so it's not like you wasted a whole bunch of time either. So go check this out on Amazon Prime Video for yourself and let me know what your thoughts, and if you want to send me your thoughts to my other social medias, links for those down in the description below. And if you'd like to support the channel, the best way of doing that is dropping a like on this video, commenting down in the comment section below, subscribing if you haven't already, and hitting that bell so you don't miss future movie reviews. You get the notifications when those come out. And if you're having trouble finding the channel on a regular basis, maybe try searching Big Cam Movies or Movies with Big Cam, or just search Big Cam and whatever movie after that you're looking for, and I probably have done a review on it. And if I haven't, drop that comment down below for that movie recommendation and I'll go watch it for you and review it on the channel. There is the Oscars also coming up here in March pretty soon, so I'm going to try to do a couple of the other Best Picture nominations. So I'm definitely trying to get like Marty Supreme, Hamnet, and The Secret Agent under my belt. And I don't know if any of those will be streaming soon, so I was thinking about renting maybe The Secret Agent tonight on, you know, Amazon and watching that. So stay tuned for some more Best Picture movie reviews coming soon. And yeah, please leave your recommendations down below if you got any movie recs for me and stuff that you want to see me talk about on the channel soon. Or there was that super Super Bowl recently, and there was some trailers that came out, and I don't know if I saw all of them. So if anyone has any particular movie trailers they'd like to see me react to, please drop those down in the comment section as well. I really love and appreciate all y'all, and if you made it this far in the video, you're the best, and you're a homie, and I certainly appreciate the support and all the love and you spending this time with me. But I will see you gorgeous folks in the next video. Peace.